So unit number 7, today we will look into RDI, which is Rational Developer for I, which is a separate piece of software than what you have used in the past. We will be looking at RSE, which is Remote System Explorer. We'll be looking at the database development perspective. Those are the two perspectives we'll be looking at. Database development perspective is like DFU. It does exactly the same thing as DFU does. And then we will be starting to work with logical files. So our today's class is divided into two sections. The first section is where we will learn about RDI, and the second section is where we will learn about logical files from chapter number 8. So that's why I've included chapter 8 PowerPoint. I've given you guys a YouTube tutorial playlist about RDI, which is Rational Developer for I, and a Word document with some additional help in a Word document format about Rational Developer, and separate video tutorials on working with logical files. So, and then you have a quiz, and then you have an assignment. So that's basically today's lineup. Any questions? Okay.
You're done.
So let's go to the gtc.onelogin.com. And then we will go to the V2 Cloud. And then we will connect. Give me a green check when you guys are on the desktop of V2 Cloud. I just want to make sure that everybody is in. Because today we will start working with a different software. So you will not be opening ACS. Waiting for Jacob Young to give me an okay. I hope all is well, Jacob. Jacob, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I certainly don't want, 10 minutes into the class, somebody is behind. Okay, I don't know if he's there or not. We will now proceed. So some of the things that I will be introducing to you guys today are briefly talked about in chapter number 11. So once you are on the desktop, I will share with you chapter 11 pages as well afterwards. Double click on IBM Rational Developer for I. There's an icon on the desktop, IBM Rational Developer for I. It will right away ask you for a workspace. IBM Rational Developer for I is a software that can be used to code stuff on the server or code stuff on the local machine. So what it is asking for is, if I were to code on the local machine, where do you want me to store your files? So for example, if I'm using this to write Java code, I could very well be storing my stuff on the local machine, which in this case will be the V2 Cloud session. So in that case, I'm saying that, you know what? I want you to save it on this location. So all you need to do is, whenever this dialog box pops up, is to click OK. Now notice in the bottom right corner, it says Java and Eclipse, and in the top right corner, it says IBM. Let me explain that to you in just a minute. Actually, Eclipse was an open source software, and IBM purchased it. Right before.
Sorry, mine's still stuck in the IBM software.
That's okay. I'm just explaining something. Okay.
Very good.
So, okay, where was I? Yeah. So IBM purchased Eclipse, and right before that, IBM purchased another Canadian company called Rational Developer. Rational Developer was producing software for IBM because IBM machines were green screen based, and they were creating very cool interface software for IBM. So IBM acquired Rational, IBM acquired Eclipse. It used the Eclipse platform as the basis, and then it built the Rational on top of that, and then it ran its services on the third layer. So Eclipse is still a freeware. You can still download it from the internet for free, Eclipse from eclipse.org. It's a not-for-profit organization. So IBM left it as a not-for-profit organization, but left Eclipse at the core of the Rational Developer and added additional IBM layers on it. So Rational Developer, even though its bases are open source, however, it can do a lot of licensed stuff. So that's why the stuff that we are working on in the RDI, that's licensed stuff. So since Rational Developer is a licensed software, that's why not every firm has it. But it's a little bit of a fancier environment where things are color coded. So it's much appeasing to the eyes in a way. So that's what this environment is. What I will do at this point is, Desmond, is yours loaded? Because the first time you load, it takes a little bit longer. So what I will do is, I will let one of you share your screens with me, and then I will walk you through.
Yeah, mine's is finally loading. Requires that screen now.
Sorry,
muted, but I just shared my screen because it had like just came up for me.
Okay, anybody who would like to share their screen can share their screen.
I did share my screen.
Okay, hold on a second, let me move it. Okay, cool. So you click OK here on the screen. So anybody who goes this far should simply click OK here, and then let the software load.
Completely normal rendering here.
Yeah, it's
I had the same.
yeah, it's fine because it's loading for the first time for you. That's why it's trying to load the libraries for you. So it may take a little bit longer time than it loaded for me. That's why I wanted one of you to share your screens, because that will better pace me. So if you notice at the bottom left, it's saying loading, 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 and that's what is loading it for the first time for you. So give it some time.
Luckily for me, first day of class, I accidentally opened this instead of the correct one. So I've already gone through all of that.
Okay, cool. So it would load faster for you. Absolutely.
Do you want
Oh,
to
God,
pass
yeah.
off onto someone who's like going a little bit faster?
So again?
Just for you want to pass off to some
No, I want to pass it off to somebody who is slowest.
oh, sorry.
Otherwise, I will be ahead of. That's why I made you guys share it, because I was in the software like in 2 seconds.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me disconnect my internet then.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let it take its sweet time. Don't disconnect. Okay, so somebody said something. Mine is loading this. Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. We are so used to of things loading right away that when things don't load right away, we go panic.
Well, while we're waiting, just when I loaded mine, I did get an error that I accidentally hit enter out before I could see what it says. That fine, because it seems to have worked.
Yeah, it's just simply loading. Don't close anything in the task manager. It is just running Java. Yeah. So Java is required for this environment because this is Java based. It's all built in Java, the whole environment. Yeah, you don't need ACS. You can close ACS if you want to.
Yeah, I was curious. I was like, wait, I don't know how to count to 3. What's going on here?
Yeah, so again, nothing is wrong with your internet connection. Nothing is wrong with your software. It's just like, again, I'm telling you guys, it's loading these libraries. So leave it alone, because the moment you start moving your mouse, the mouse takes the highest priority on the operating system. So operating system drops everything else and attends to mouse. If you move your mouse too much, you're actually slowing yourself down even more. That's why you would have noticed that when people's computer gets stuck, they start moving their mouse and they go for the mouse. They start clicking it because the mouse is the highest priority process on the operating system. So operating system, when mouse is moved, it tries to put everything away as quickly as possible and attends to the mouse. The operating system does not attend to the mouse after waiting for a few seconds. That's when you realize that I'm stuck, because it's not even paying attention to the mouse. So that's the whole reason behind something that you have been practicing for years. And that's why people go for mouse without knowing that it's the highest priority thread. So rational developer for I, what we will be doing in this environment is, in the same place, we will be doing whatever you did in SEU, whatever you did in PDM, and whatever you did in DFU, everything combined together in one environment. That's what this will be like. So you would not have to switch between applications. Second of all, the compilation and some of the other things will be done with clicks. You would not have to type commands. You would not have to change menus. You can also access green screen from within RDI. You don't even have to open ACS to access green screen. That's another advantage. Plus this environment, this is not one software. It is like 10 softwares packed inside one software. So in this environment, you could be doing web development, you'll be doing server-side programming, you'll be doing RPG, you'll be doing Java, you could be doing CL, you could be doing database work. I mean, there's a whole list of things that you can do right within the application. And now comes the question, how did they make this possible? Well, IBM introduced something called perspective. So when you tell the software that my perspective is database, it will behave like a database. The whole software environment will change for you to make it work like a database. When you say, I want to code, and it will ask you what kind of code you want to do. Do you want to code on the server, IBM server, or you want to code local? So if you say, I want to code local in Java, so the whole software, it will now behave like Java editor and the Java compiler and a Java executor. But if you say, no, I want to work on the server, so it will then open Remote System Explorer and you can then log into the server and then you can do your work on the server. So it has the capabilities of changing the environment on the fly. It's called perspective. You could change the perspective to whatever you want. And it's not like if you are working in one perspective, you cannot go to the other perspective. They're just one tab away. You could be switching between tabs and each tab will be a different perspective. So that's why the modern shops, the modernized shops prefer to use RDI, but older shops are still running ACS. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. Other than Jared, probably everybody else is stuck around the same spot, give and take. Or some people are a little bit faster than this one.
I'm at that spot.
Yeah,
Not sure about where he's at too.
it is a slow application to launch. However, when it is on V2 Cloud, is even slower to launch the first time. So that's why I made you guys open this earlier in the class so that I can utilize this time explaining things to you so that we are not done explaining and now we are just sitting there doing nothing. Okay. So if you now turn to page number 546, which is the first page in chapter 11. Page 546, the very first page in chapter 11. And I want you to read the pages 546 through page 549. I'll write in the chat, pages 546 through 549, and that is chapter 11. This is about the rational developer tool. So in the meanwhile, you're done reading those 3 pages. You'll see some significant improvement here. Whenever you guys are done reading these pages, give me a green check. So who else is in the software now, right now? I know it's loading for one of you or a couple of you. I'm okay, still loading. Okay. And is it the same spot for you, Jacob and Jonah?
Yeah, it's in the same spot for me too.
Same spot for me as well.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Same spot too.
Yeah, somebody else just
Yeah.
told me that they were able to log in. So that's why I thought I would check with you guys. Yeah, it's taking forever on that one spot. That makes me wonder why it's taking that much time and everybody's stuck at the same place.
Maybe it's because everyone's requesting it at the same time.
Yeah, but there are people who are in. Oh, so, okay, so Jacob is on a different spot. He's past the UI.intro spot. He's on universal. Okay, he's in a different package. Okay. Oh. Exactly. So the perspective makes you work in multiple environments. So page 550, figure 11.3 shows you where the perspective is located. It's under window menu. And then once you choose a perspective, where do you think these perspectives can be switched back and forth without going to the window menu? If your past perspectives are listed in the top right corner. In the figure 11.3, look at the top right corner. What does it say? Change perspective, right? That's where all the icons that you see, those are the perspectives that you have worked with recently, and they're listed there. So right now, which perspective is open?
Java.
No, Java is not open. The one next
Oh,
to
sorry.
it, remote.
Remote.
Remote is synced in and Java is not synced in, okay? Okay, now when the remote is open, look on the right-hand side. Sorry, on the left-hand side, the tab, what does the tab states? Remote systems, right? So remote systems tab will be opened up, or a pane will be opened up in a tab when you choose RSC. When you choose Java, that remote system tab will change to Java tab. Okay. Then right in the middle is where you will see your code and you will do all the activities. What do you do at the bottom? Bottom is where you get to see views. So within the same perspective, you can have several different kinds of views. So perspective defines how the application is behaving, and the views are different windows that you can interact with within the application. Now look at page 551, figure 11.4. When somebody clicks on the window menu, once they click on the window menu, after that, they go under show view, and that's where all the views are listed. If you want to see more views, then you click on other, and then it shows you, it takes you to another window where you can choose more perspectives. Okay. Similarly, show view and show perspective, both of them are listed here. Show view and show perspective. Okay. Now let's turn to page 552 and look at figure 11.5. In order for you to connect to the IBM machine from RDI, this is only a one-time setup that you would have to do, is on this left-hand side remote explorer, you will open new connection. You will right-click on IBM I, and you will choose new connection. Then you will see figure 11.6, which is on page 553. Figure 11.6 shows you that you will type the name of your host. What is the name of our host?
Dark Star.
Death
Death Star.
Star.gdc.edu, correct. That's what you'll type in the host, and then you will hit next. And this is what you will see as you see on page 554. Now, the author called his connection name Gateway System on page 553. That's why he sees Gateway System on page 554. But behind the scene, that Gateway System is whatever host name he used. So when he is inside the Gateway System, notice he sees objects. I'm looking at page 554, figure 11.7. He sees objects, he sees commands, he sees jobs, and he sees IFS files. So objects, the items that you see listed under objects, which utility do you remember seeing these items under? What
PDM.
PDM, very good. Remember, in PDM, you used to see work with libraries and work with objects and work with members. So now all of that stuff is just one click away from you. You just click on that plus sign next to an item and it just populates the whole list. It populates the whole libraries, the objects, members, whatever, okay? So where do you think you will find yourself? Because before you can use anything, you need to find yourself. Who who are you on the system? How are you identified by on the system?
User.
Exactly. So your ITPA, whatever your user ID is. So you, all of you, are given a default library, right? Is the default library name the same as your username?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when you are trying to log into the system, you click on library list. As soon as you click on the library list under objects, you will see the screen that you see on page 555, figure 11.8. It will ask you to log in. Okay, now let's look at figure 11.7. Why are all of these items listed under objects, libraries and objects? Because in order for you to interact with anything, it wants you to understand that these are interactive levels and objects are here. And that's where your items are placed. So when you are under your library list and you provide your username and password and you hit OK, then turn to page 556. You will see figure 11.9. Okay. So now after you successfully log in, it will show you your library list, which will be the combination of system libraries and user libraries. If you want to add a library to a library list, remember in the green screen world, what command would you type to add a library to a library list? Does anybody remembers that from chapter 3 or chapter 2? Add library list entry, okay? And that add library list entry has now changed into a right click. Look at page 557, figure 11.10. You right click on a library list. You choose, I want to add a library to a library list. And then turn to page 558, figure 11.11. You simply write the name of the library that you want to add. You click OK and you pick the spot where you want this library to appear. As soon as you click OK, the library will appear in the library list. Look at figure 11.12. You will find intro class as one of the listed libraries. Okay. So this is how you can navigate in this environment with right clicks and stuff like that. Okay. Are you guys still stuck at the same spot?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still stuck.
Okay, now
So
let's try something that Bart did. What happened to Bart was he was kicked out from the V2 cloud and he had to go back in. Let's test that with one person. Close your V2 cloud. You can stop sharing.
What happened actually with me was just my internet just died.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's, I mean, I'm not saying disconnect your Wi-Fi, but maybe something similar to that.
Yes, that's what I wanted somebody to try this as well. That
the second I stopped sharing, it said that the program crashed.
Okay.
And I have this long error code.
Yeah, click OK and try to go back to the V2 cloud and open RDI again and see if it goes any faster. It will give you again a screen to choose your workspace, click OK, and then see if it loads faster.
You see, I just closed it and then reopened it, and then it worked fine. I think it was because I'm on a laptop. I think it's just the laptop not having enough space or not enough RAM to share
Okay.
the screen and then also render.
So are you inside RDI now?
I am.
Okay. And you're seeing the welcome screen?
The welcome screen.
The one that looks like page number 549. Page
No.
No.
Right now it's just blank. It says
Does it look like anything like page 550?
550. No. Well, I
No.
mean similar. Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
Instead
Yeah.
of saying IBM Remote System Explorer get started, it's
Right.
just blank and gray.
Right. So do you see new connection somewhere on the left?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Okay. So is there a plus sign next to new connection?
No.
No, okay. If you right click on new connection, does it respond?
Yes.
Okay, what are the options?
Select remote system type.
Is that the only option there?
Well, that's the name of the header. It says there's general and then there's IBMI and then local.
Oh, okay, okay. So you can see, okay, so it will be, okay, that's fine. Just hold on to that. You're fine. So let's see if somebody else, if all of you could try that and see if that would work fine. Okay,
I completely went out, closed B2 cloud completely.
uh-huh.
Went back into one login and reconnected, and it's stuck. It's still, it loaded the spot exactly where I was.
Okay. I don't know why, what's wrong with this like this V2 cloud. It doesn't have consistency. I see Jacob also. Okay, here, Jacob suggested something, Desmond, in the chat. If you close the rational through the task manager, Angelica, you're in? Okay, cool. So maybe what happened was, Desmond, that yours was still running in the background. So when you came back, it started from where you last left off.
Okay.
I think it just needs to die a few times and then it'll get back. I think that's really what the issue is.
Oh, yeah, it's like weird. That's so weird that it has a mind of its own, that it probably reaches certain point behind the scene, but it doesn't really updates in the front.
Yeah, I just left click, right clicked on it and closed the program and started it, and it booted right up.
Okay,
Yeah, I closed it with Task Manager and it booted up afterwards.
okay. So for all of you who are in, let me first of all, hold on a second. Let me first of all remove the feedbacks, and all of you who are in, if you could please give me your feedbacks with the green check that you're in. Okay, I see Aiden and Chris are the only two people that still don't have RDI up. Oh, Aiden has it. Okay, Chris. Yours is stuck, still stuck there someplace?
Yeah, I'm trying to get onto it now. I just restarted. So
Okay,
give me a moment and I'll see what's
And-
going on.
and Jared, you got it, right? Yeah. Cool. So Chris, is it not letting you log in or is it giving you the same screen? What's going on? You're muted, Chris, by the way.
It's giving me the same screen.
The screen that was giving before that was like stuck at the splash screen.
Yeah. And I tried to close it out and then I restarted the V2 Cloud. I went all the way back and came back in and it still has the IBM Rational Developer I still
You gotta go into your task manager on the desktop in the V2 Cloud and close out the Java program that's in there. That's what I had to do.
Okay.
I right clicked on it and then I closed the program and then a big message came up with all a bunch of like whatever, and then it just closed it out afterwards. It just closed out.
Yeah, you'll get a huge error message. You just press OK. And then you just gotta open it up again and it should load up pretty fast.
So how do I get to the task manager? I'm sorry.
If you right click on the taskbar that the V2 Cloud desktop has, you can get the task manager from there.
I just did it right on the program, right on top of the program. I hit right.
Yeah,
right,
true. I guess you could do that too,
That's-
actually.
Okay.
And then let's close the program.
It says there's no apps. Well, here we go. Now it's loading. Java TM Plapper SE binary.
Yeah. Close that.
Okay, now it says there's no apps.
Then you
There's
just
no
gotta,
RDAs.
did the loading screen close?
Oh, now it says, here we go. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you in now?
Yeah, it looks like it. Overview, IBM Rational Developer I, Java development. Okay.
Cool, awesome. Now, can one of you share your screen again? Because mine is already set up, so I will use one of yours to walk everybody through the process. Okay, thank you. So everybody can see the screen, right? So right click on IBM I and left click on new connection. In the local host, type deathstar.gtc.edu.
What was it again? Death Star.
.gtc.edu. Okay, wait. Chris, are you having any problems?
Yeah. For some reason, do I click on IBM Rational Developer I?
Would you,
On
can,
the
can,
over-
are you able to see Bart's screen, right?
Yeah, but I think,
Okay, so on the left-hand side where Bart has new connection and underneath that he has IBM I and local, do you see something like that on your screen too, on the left-hand side?
no. I don't even have that. No, that screen's not up yet.
Oh, that's what we were asking you.
Yeah, no.
So where are you now? What screen do you have on your screen now?
Overview says welcome to.
Oh yeah, close that welcome tab. You have to close that little X next to a welcome. You got to close, you have to hit that little X next.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So do you see it now, what Bart has? On the left-hand side? New connection.
Okay,
Yeah, right click on IBM I. And then left click on new connection. So right click on IBM I first, and then left click on the new connection in that pop-up. No, are you not seeing it?
I see.
Bart, can you stop sharing? And I want Chris to share so I can help him better. Chris, can you share yours, please?
Sure.
Okay, do you see new connection there? There's a little arrow. Click on the arrow. Yes. Okay, now you see IBM I, right click on that. And then left click on new connection. Okay, now in the local host, type detstar dot, no, in place of the local host, delete the local host and type detstar dot gtc dot edu and then hit next. Okay, hit next again and then hit finish. Everybody can do that. Next, next, finish.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Stay. You can keep sharing your screen, Chris, because then I will use your screen to walk everybody through the process. Okay?
Yep.
It's not case sensitive, is it?
No, it's not. The only thing case sensitive that you will find is the password. That's the only thing that's case sensitive. Okay. Chris, can you expand on objects by clicking on the arrow? Okay. Who remembers, where did I ask you to click next under objects?
Library list.
Library list. Go ahead, click on library list. Okay, and this is where in place of user ID, you delete the user ID and you type your ITPA and your 3 digits. Let's see. Okay. Jacob, were you able to successfully create your Death Star, or are you still on that dialog box? So in place of Death Star localhost, you type deathstar.gtc.edu. Oh, go ahead, Chris. Did you enter your password?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just enter your password and click OK. I was just helping Jacob. So Jacob, in place of the local host, type deathstar.gtc.edu. So Chris, I will ask you to stop sharing and I'll let Jacob share. Jacob, can you share your screen?
Sure thing. Just give me a second.
Sure.
I've actually never done that before.
Okay.
No coffee allowed, man.
there is a green box at the bottom with an arrow. Yep, here you go. You found it. Okay, cool. Now what you do is you expand on the arrow next to the new connection on the left. Click on the arrow. Okay, now right click on IBM I. Right click on IBM I. Yeah, that, oops, is it not working? Go ahead, left click on IBM I and then right click on IBM I. Okay, now click on new
Just trying to
connection.
make sure. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, click on new connection. And then in place of the local host, delete the word localhost and type deathstar.gtc.edu. And then hit finish. Now expand on objects on the left-hand side. And expand on or click on library list. And now change your user ID to ITPA because that's how you enter. It defaults to your student IDs. So make sure you change those to ITPA and your 3 digits, whatever your 3 digits are, and then enter your password. And then you click OK. So once you click OK, on the left-hand side, it is right now populating. Don't click anywhere, just wait. It's populating the entire list and it loaded it for you. Okay, notice that it loaded that current libraries ITPA 590. All of you, you should be able to see your current library under library list, right? Okay, can you click on the arrow next to ITPA 590? Okay, and scroll down. Okay, just wait here. Can all of you see your source physical file called FA22, your initials 1? Okay, Chris?
Sorry. Where am I at?
At your house. So I will let Chris share now. You can stop sharing. Okay, Chris, go ahead, share yours. No problem, Jacob. Okay, can you maximize your window? Here you go. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, you can close that guy. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now do you see your ID there, ITPA 579?
Yeah.
Okay, click on the arrow next to it to expand. And you see in that list, if you scroll down, FA22CK1.
Yep.
Okay, so now everybody pay attention to that line and you will have something similar. What does it say after CK1 file, right? So when it says file, it means that it is telling you that the type of this object is file. And we know that source physical file and physical file and logical files, these are all file objects. What is the subtype after file? PF-SRC. So that tells you that this is a physical file. And what kind of physical file? It's a source physical file. Everybody follow that? Okay, so now click on the arrow to the left of that. And now what you're seeing is the list of all your members that you have created under the source physical file. Okay. And now to open a member, go ahead and double click on any one of them. It may take a few seconds after you double click to load that member in the center of your screen, and you will see how everything is color coded and make your life so much colorful once it loads though. Because it uses different colors for data types, for numbers, for text, for functions, everything is different, okay? Now go to any one of the lines, Chris. Click on any one of the lines, okay? And hit F4. Notice the little window that opened on your right-hand side. See if you can drag it to the bottom of the screen, the whole tab. No, drag it from that S, drag it from the S. No, that little S that you see on the tab with a little pencil. Yeah, drag it from there and keep coming down, 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 down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now let go. Here you go. Okay. Do you guys see how it nicely places items in there? You don't even have to remember the data types. All the data types is in the drop-down box. Chris, can you click on the drop-down box, please? No, for where it says A. No, where it says A under data type. Yes, click on it. See, all the data types are listed here. And it's not just the data types that are for physical files. There are more letters than you know. Okay, because it just lists everything there. Okay, now you can hit escape. Okay, cool. Now, what I would like you to do is hit enter. Okay, and hit apply. Okay, so when you hit enter, the apply disappeared and that line has an A on it, right? That means you appended something on the line. That's fine. No need to worry about it. Look at the tab where it says books22.pf. You see a little asterisk before the tab. What does that mean? That you made changes. How do you save the changes? Do you see on the left-hand side a blue floppy disk? Go ahead and click the blue floppy disk. No, on the top left. Top left. Top left. Yep, that's it. You guys can also use, by the way, the keyboard shortcut Control S. Okay, it is telling you that. Can you hover over that icon again, please, Chris? Yeah. See, it tells you the shortcut Control S can also be used. So for those of you who prefer to use keyboard shortcuts, you could use that now as well to save the changes you have made. So now, Chris, can you please click on line 6 towards the end of line 6, right past the letter N? Right click next to ISBN. Yes, here. Okay, cool. Now, notice if I were to insert a new line in this editor, all I have to do is hit enter. Go ahead, hit the enter key. That's it. Okay. Now, can you hit Control Z, Chris? Okay, see, you can undo just like a regular editor, but still we prefer that on every line you type F4 and then you work your way through the process. Also, if you are entering a field, you don't even have a field length, you don't even have to do right align numbers. It automatically right aligns it for you when it enters it into the file member. So when you're typing it, you could type the field length left align. Okay. For example, if you go to price, Chris, click on the line that has price and hit F4. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So you see the 7 is right align, but when you type it, it could be left align. It will automatically right align it for you. So this environment is slightly different that way. Okay. Anybody has any questions so far? Okay, now look on the right-hand side of Chris's window. Do you guys see outline? And in the outline, do you see how it tells you that the name of the member is books22? The name of the record format is rec books, and it has a text function followed by 3 fields. And these are their names and their lengths. And by the way, ISBN is a key field. That's why you see a little golden key next to it. So it just visually tells you what you have in the member. I know a lot of you would still be doing your work in green screen because you love it so much, but this tool is available. Chris, you can stop sharing if you wish. That's fine.
You're a funny guy. I think you should start it here with this one.
You know, I had one student
Mhm.
that when I introduced this tool to him, it was many years ago. He was a young guy, probably maybe 19, 20 years old. He said, I will not going to use RDI. I'm going back to green screen. He hated
Really?
that. He hated RDI. I don't know why.
Or why? Because it doesn't have a dark mode.
I think you should be able to dig a little bit deeper into it to see how you can change its appearance and see if you can. I'm pretty sure it just gives you a dark mode option. So that should not be something. Oh, here you go. Okay, I'll share my screen so that all of you can see how you can turn into dark mode. Can you see my screen now, everybody? Yes, okay. In the window, if you go to preferences, okay, you see appearance, right? Color and font, oh, sorry, appearance, colors and fonts. No, under themes, sorry. In the appearance under theme, this is where you can choose dark theme. I don't know, I never tried it myself before. I don't like to fight in the army of Sauron.
That sounds like a you problem.
I am on Gandalf the Grey's side, but that's okay.
You said in Windows, and then you go to preference, and where is it?
Yes,
you can use a classic theme to make it look like the green screen, except in gray. And then
There
you
you
can change the
go.
font to be green, so you can have it. You can have the green screen.
So what you should have told your old classmate or your old student was that it can be 5250 if he looks hard enough. Where's the?
It's right under. It's under the window. Click in the window.
I'm in window. I'm in appearance. I just can't find it in
Oh,
appearance.
it's next to the theme. You see the drop down box. If you click on appearance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I clicked the down arrow, not.
Okay.
I did the same thing. Yeah, and then went to colors and fonts. But
Okay.
you just click the.
What? I'm not finding what you guys are talking about.
What?
If you can't find appearance, you can go in the text bar above the menu and type in theme or appearance, and then it should pop up.
You are not finding appearance? You don't have mirrors in the house?
Wow. Mhm. Either way, I don't need it anyways. I'll figure it out later on. I'm not
Well,
worried
it is. I don't know why you can't see it. It's right under window and under preferences. The first thing is appearance.
It's beautiful.
Well, it's closed under general. So if you open up general, then it'll
Oh,
be.
yeah,
Because it was closed for me under general. That's why. I
Yeah,
couldn't
okay.
find it first.
So probably it's under, yeah, under general. You might be looking under the admiral. It's under general.
Like I said, I'm not worried about it, man. I mean, that's the last worries I'm worried about, to be honest.
Not for me. That's the first thing I look for anytime I do anything that is a white background.
You have something against white?
Yes.
That's funny.
Okay, guys,
Everything white is awful.
next, we want to see how you can open green screen within this environment without having to go through ACS. So you right click on Death Star. You see on your remote system explorer on the left-hand side, you have local, and right below that you have Death Star. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Chris?
No, where?
Okay, you know what? I will gonna let Chris share it. Chris, go ahead, share it. And next time, Desmond, I'll make you share it.
My computer doesn't share.
Ah, you don't know Care Bears? Okay, so Chris, you need to scroll up. Yep, right at the top. On the left, the left-hand side? No, on the left. On the left, you see a scroll bar in the remote system. Scroll up. Yep. Do you see Death Star now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right click on Death Star. Okay. After you right click on Death Star, do you see at the bottom it reads host connection emulator? Click that. And host connection emulator should open up a tab. It is opening for you right now. It's thinking hard. It's being Einstein. And here you go. Okay, cool. So now you can enter your username and password like you would do in a green screen. Just go ahead, type your username, tab password. Enter. And if you bring that little bar on that window down a little bit. Okay, so you can see a little bit bigger. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's how you can see it come up a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. You can stop sharing. That's fine. Did everybody get to see how to use green screen?
No, mine was lagging and I couldn't get the thing up and I was trying to figure out why it was lagging and then you were already in it.
Okay, go ahead, share your screen, Jared.
Make sure I share the right one.
Okay. Now, do you see host connection emulator, the second last item? Click
Yep.
that. And it will take a few seconds to open a new tab for you. And that tab will ask you, yep, here you go. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so small.
Yeah, you can actually use that little bar underneath where you see commands log and everything. Yeah, push that bar down. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Are we logging in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that you guys know that it works exactly the same way. So if you ever need to do anything green screen specific when you are in RDI already, you do not need to fire up another application. You can do it right from within. And if you want to go back to what you were working with before, look at the top. Everything is open in different tabs. Go ahead and click on Books 22 PF. No, at the top.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Switch back
Okay.
and forth like
Cool.
browser tabs.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So everybody get to see this, right? No child left behind.
No child left behind. Stop picking on Chris. I got your back, Chris.
Thanks.
This is doing liberty, man. Come on.
You don't see him crying every time. He's got little tears falling down his eye. I feel bad. It's my boy,
That's-
Chris. And you can't be roughing up Chris like that.
That's for happiness of achievement.
Oh, tears of joy. All right. Tears of
It's the fact he's getting so much special attention. He just can't handle it.
Exactly. You know why? Because he is a brand name. His initials are CK.
Calvin Klein. Get it.
Anyway, guys, let's take a break here. And let's resume at 7:40. So what we will do when we come back at 7:40 is we will now use this environment to create a new source physical file so that you can see how we create source physical files in this environment. And then we will create a physical file in this environment so that you can see the process of creating it, compiling it, and all of that stuff. And then we will add data into it. And then we will go into the logical files.
What
So
happened here?
let's meet back at 7:40. And I feel bad for all those people who are not here today. I hope they can watch this recording afterwards.
They're still going to be using 5250. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch some of this. I just know it.
Yeah, and then you know what? As you guys know that I've made those smaller videos in the playlist too. So if you don't want to sit through the whole lecture, you can watch those smaller snippets too. So you're
The fact that you used this in one of the videos confused the hell out of me when I was trying to do the homework for that was due today. Because I was like, this doesn't look anything. I don't know what this is. But now that I know what it is, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best.
Cool.
Yeah, this one is pretty cool.
I'll see you guys in 15 minutes, okay?
All right.
15.
Hands-on stuff in this environment now that you all got to a point where you can see your library list and you can see yourself in that library list. Okay, so I hope everybody is back, right? Okay. So if you guys can give me a green check. Okay. Cool. So I'm just missing Bart and Ethan and Lewis. Okay. Is Lewis here as well? Here we go. Awesome. Okay. So now we right click. Sorry, first of all, you open your library or your current library, and then you right click on the current library. And then you go to new. How many options do you see in this list? Desmond. Jack, how many options do you see in the list when you right click and go to new? Chris. Where are you lost? You're muted.
Insert barbarian war sounds.
I think I go to new and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options.
Good, very good. Okay. Now, if I were to create a source physical file, I could just simply click on the very first option out of these options. And that's how easy it is to create a source physical file. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my preferences back to light instead of dark or classic, whatever, you know, or rational ID, because it's not very clear. Yeah, that's a little bit better for you guys to be able to see it. Okay, so I'm right clicking, going to new and source physical file. Okay, so is everybody on this screen? On this screen, where is it that it is telling you the command? Is there any place on this window that you can see the command?
Second row there, create source physical file, CRT SRCPF.
And where else?
Looks to be near the bottom.
Yep. Yep. That's basically the command that it will run for you when you fill in the blanks. Okay. Let's change the file name. Let's put in a file FA22, your initials and a number 2. And notice, as I'm done typing, the command is updated at the bottom. So as I type, it just takes the command. So go ahead and give your file a name. This is your source physical file.
FA22 and what number?
Your initials and number 2.
No, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys started without me? What's up with that?
Oh, we've been calling your name for like 2-3 minutes.
Lies. This is said 45, 50 minutes. I went to go eat.
I said
40.
Yeah, check the chat. It says 740.
Oh no. I calculated. I did all the math.
Well, you did the British math. That's wrong.
You're right.
Yeah, you did some kind of wrong math.
So where we at? What are we doing?
We right-clicked on the library. You have your library listed on the left-hand side, your ITPA, your current library.
On the right hand, on the left hand side, or right?
Yeah, on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we right-click on the current library and we went under new and we picked source physical file.
New. I mean, add a list.
Yeah, new as like KNEW new. No, NEW new.
I don't see that here. I
You know-
just.
Okay, share your screen. I want to make sure that you're in the right place.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I was late.
You're not forgiven.
Dang.
Okay, the screen is loading. And okay, do you see ITPA 585, right? Come on, it's right there. Yeah, it's no, right above that, right above that. That is your current library. You right click on that. And then you go to new.
Yeah.
And then you find source physical file. Awesome. Click on that. We are creating a source physical file. So you type the name of your source physical file as FA22.
FA22.
Your initials. And you type number 2. And notice as you typed in that box, the command at the bottom auto-filled that for you. So you see the command at the bottom, create source physical file command?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now this is how far we came.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I don't like sharing like that.
So now after you type the name of the file and you hit next, it just simply tells you the authority. You don't even have to hit next every time. I'm just showing you that when you do that. So let me hit the back button here. And all you need to do is on this screen, hit finish. The moment you hit finish here, it will create the source physical file for you and check your list. Do you have now FA22, your initials number 2 in the list? Under your user library?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
Now,
Well, mine's saying attempt to use permanent system object QUSRSYS without authority.
share your screen, Chris.
Oh, did I
I am
click on the
not
wrong one?
sure what that is. Let's have a look at it.
Am I in the wrong library?
No, all you need to do is hit finish.
Right.
Oh, yes, you are in the wrong library. That's it. Click OK and hit cancel. Okay. You were supposed to you scroll down a little bit. You were supposed to right click on that ITPA 579.
Yeah, sorry.
And you thought you were an administrator. So you started messing up with Q libraries. Come on.
Right. Yeah.
Hit finish.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, you guys can see FA22 initials 2 in the list on the right-hand side. And this is your source physical file. So notice creating a source physical file is just a couple clicks and a name typing, and that's about it. You don't have to type a command and hit F4, none of that stuff. Now, if I were to create a member inside the source physical file, so guys, be careful where you're right clicking, okay? So you should right click on FA22 initials number 2. You right click on that and you go under new, and notice it right away knows that the only thing you can create inside a source physical file is a member. So it just gives you less and less efforts. Yeah, you don't have to figure out because it knows what you are doing. So now go ahead and click on member. And you will see that the first two boxes are grayed out. Okay, why are they grayed out? And in the green screen, you used to type the name of the library, you used to type the name of the source physical file. Here you don't have to do that, because the moment you right click on a source physical file, it knows which library the source physical file is, and it knows the name of the source physical file. Since it already knows where you right click, it's a waste of time to asking you to retype that information. So all it is asking you to do now is do two things. So what are the two things left over that you need to do next?
Give a member name and then member type.
Very good. Member name and member type. Okay. Now the member name, let's call this one users 22, and then you can put your initials. Users 22, and you can put your initials. In the member type, okay, in the member type, you can do one, it's a trick that you can do if you don't like typing. Where you see blank, click there, and then on the keyboard, press the letter P. It will automatically jump to PF. Okay. And now notice it automatically recorded PF, and look at the command at the bottom. Add PFM. File is this, member is this, the type is this. Hit finish. And then it will load the member for you in this environment over here. The member is right here, okay? And here it is.
I'm gonna go drink a beer after this because all of that green screen effort that you put us through, and then you had this in the back pocket, just sitting waiting to show off today.
No, you need to learn green screen because most of the IBM shops are green screen. Not all the shops have invested in rational developer tool. That's why it's very important for you to know the green screen.
If you say so.
Yeah, I worked for IBM. They use green screen for everything.
All right, Alvin, help him get on win this battle.
Oh yeah, I even got documentation I can show you on that.
No, I believe you, man. I was just giving him a hard time.
So this editor that you are working with right now is not the SEU editor. This editor is LPEX. So live parsing editor is basically what this is. So this is a different environment. This is not SEU anymore. So in order for you to start working in this environment, all you need to do is on the first line, press F4, and you'll have a source prompter at the bottom. If you don't already have a source prompter, the source prompter will show up. If you already have a source prompter, you can see the source prompter as one of the tabs. Now, the first line, as usual, the name type is R, so it's a drop-down box. The name is my record format. Oh, I have to turn on my caps lock. That's one more thing to remember. So it doesn't automatically have the caps lock on as it was in SEU. You have to have your caps lock on. And then in the functions, I will type text. And in the parentheses, I'll type users 2022. And notice it is showing you at the bottom what you typed. It just always gives you a preview. And then when you hit enter, it then shows it up here.
You might can bring up that little prompt there with the name type and stuff. I don't know why.
You still have to press F4. Is the F4 not bringing that up for you?
No, sir. Let me try again. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Okay.
just I didn't do it the first time.
Okay, cool. And then this is what you will type. The name type is you will select the name type, and the rest you will type and hit enter for it to show on the screen.
And just press enter.
Yes, please just press enter and it'll show on the screen. Okay. Now go to the end of the very first line and hit enter for a new line to show. And when the new line comes up, you can just go down to the prompt. The prompt is already always there. You don't have to keep pressing F4.
And what if you did that line, but then put the text user at 22? How do you get back to it and fix it?
And one more thing, as I'm typing, so I typed username and I hit tab twice. And I can type my field length left align. I don't have to type right align. And I can tab over. Notice it goes into a data type drop-down box. And since I want to use character, I can just type A on the keyboard and it automatically selects that in the list. Chris, are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
thank you.
And now once you are done with that line, again, you simply press enter for things to show up. Then you insert a new line. So I'm just adding two fields, username and password. That's about it. And then I'm promoting the username to the key status, just like that. So guys, let me know when you guys are done up to this far. And also make sure that your file is saved, because if you have a little asterisks on the tab, that means it's not saved. So you could hit the floppy disk in the top left corner, or you can hit the keyboard shortcut Control S. And give me a green check when you have done all of this. So once I get green checks from everybody, I will show you the next step.
Why does yours increment in hundreds? So like yours says 100, 200, 300, 400. Like mine's incrementing as 100, 101, 102, 103.
I think when you refresh, it changes them.
Uh,
Also, I am having difficulties with my physical file. I'm trying to open it and put it into the main area, but it is not cooperating with me.
Okay, let's, can you share your screen? Let's see what's going on. Okay. Double click on it. It is not doing anything when you double click on it.
It does not.
Okay. Can you open FA22SR1, the one right above that?
I mean, it is saying it's downloading on the bottom right. Maybe it just needs some time to open.
Yeah. So double click on any one of the other ones.
Oh my gosh, the manticore with the big route. Yo, this
Okay, that opened just fine. Okay, close the tab.
not over till yeah, it ain't over.
Okay, now double click on that users 22SR PF. No, the one underneath that, yeah. No, the one under, yeah, that one, the new one that you created. Okay, still, okay. In the bottom right corner, where you see that green bar going, can you click on that?
We're just gonna pull on top of them.
Yeah, click on the green bar.
Get them in there.
Does it let you, yeah, click and let's see what it says.
Then get another unit.
Okay, building workspace, okay, still building it, okay.
Ready
And does that green bar let you click on it itself? There's a green bar that is constantly, well, why don't you hit that red stop sign? Yeah. On both lines. Okay. And click on it again, the top one, it's, yeah. Okay. Now double click on the users. Strange. Okay, right click on users. Does it, okay, and hit delete. And hit delete. Okay. Run in the background. Now right click on the FA22SR2 and create a new member. We'll call somehow it's waiting for the download to. Okay, let's see. It's strange. It's deleting it. Everything is okay. Okay, click OK. Okay, cool. Now hit cancel. Hit cancel. Okay. Right click where it says ITPA 586 on the left hand side under the remote system. No, ITP, you have to go up. Your current library. Yep, right click on that and okay, and hit refresh. Okay, now open that FA22SR2. Okay, now double click on that users 22. So, okay. And now let's try creating a new one. Right click on the new member and then give it users 22 SR2. Okay, now click down below and hit P and then hit finish. Okay, just give it some time. I don't know why it's taking so much to download this. Let's give it like 5 seconds or so. If you move your mouse around, does it give you a little hourglass symbol anywhere, like a thinking mode? No. I wonder why it's downloading.
Any progress either. It's been at 0% both times.
Yeah.
And the only things I've changed was appearance to dark mode, so it's not like I changed anything else. So
can you close RDI? Let's see.
Yes. Should I just
yeah, click OK. Okay. Yeah. See, it's just slowing everything down by running it in the background. See if it lets you hit the red box.
Well, the only other option I can think of is forcefully closing it.
Yeah.
Let's see where it is.
Oh, are you in the taskbar of your local operating system, maybe?
Yeah, I'm in the virtual one.
Or are you in the V2? Okay. Should be under
Eclipse.
Yeah, try that. Yeah, try closing Eclipse.
Not that.
Oh, not that. Okay, it's rational developer. Oh, RDP. No, rational developer, RDP clipboard manager.
That one either.
No.
That's not good.
Strange. Open the task manager.
Here it is.
Yeah.
This Java one right here. That's yeah.
Okay.
Go away.
Okay. Oh, finally.
Gone.
Okay. Okay. Now let's open the rational developer.
Try that one again.
Okay. Click OK. Okay. Now you will Refresh your, go ahead and refresh your ITPA 586. Yeah, okay, log in again, yeah. Still pending. It's just thinking, okay.
Okay.
Now let's see if it opens any of those two.
Downloading.
Oh my God, what's going on? And then she double, oh, I think something is, no, it's
Oh,
coming up.
there we go.
There we go. Okay, cool, awesome. Now you can hit F4. And down under the name type, you can choose R. And then type the name RECUSR. And then go down under functions and type text parentheses. And in single quotes, type users space 2022 single quotes close parentheses. Enter. Go to the end of the line and hit enter. The prompt is already open. You don't have to hit F4 anymore. Just put in the first field name as username. Size 10. And data type A. Enter. Go to the end of the line, hit enter again. The next field is password 15A. Enter. And the third line is key. You have to, under name type, choose K. No, under the name type, choose K. And then put username as the key field and hit enter. Cool. Now in the
Sorry
top
about that.
Yep, and you can save the changes. Awesome. That's how far I came.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, everybody else also caught up, right? Okay, now make sure that the file is saved and you got to click anywhere in this area for it to compile, because if your insertion point is not in this window, it doesn't know what you want to compile because there are like 4 or 5 things open at the same time. So that's why you have to click here so that it knows that you want to compile this guy. After that, you hit the compile menu. Then you go under compile. Okay. And are we creating this for the first time or are we changing an existing one?
Creating.
Creating it. So we choose the one that reads CRTPF. You click on that.
I have a question. If I have an extra line with a gap, how do I remove that?
Don't worry about it right now. Just do what I'm saying.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
How far behind are you? Did you click in the, when I asked you to click in the editor? Okay, this is what I did. I asked everybody to click where the text, where you wrote your source code.
Okay.
Okay, did you make sure that it is saved?
Yeah, I'll save it right now.
Okay, then you make sure you click in it again, because every time you move away, it takes the emphasis out. So click in the source code, then hit compile, and then click on create PF. Click the compile menu and under compile, hit create PF.
Compile menu. Oh, that's where you are. How do you get to that? Sorry.
So in the compile menu, you hit compile and then you choose create PF, CRTPF.
PF. All right, I got you.
Okay, you caught up with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now in the other environments, we used to see the display message, right? To see if it was compiled normally or abnormally. In this environment, you check that in commands log. If you guys have commands log open at the bottom, scroll down to the very last line of commands log, and you should see that the member users 22 initials added to the so-and-so file, okay? So it basically is telling you that the following member is successfully converted to an object. So what we just did over here is typically you would do in strpdm. So
how do I get that, the screen at the bottom there?
the commands log, you don't have commands log open. So this is what you do.
Yeah.
Click the window menu, go to show view, and then click on commands log. And then that should open the commands log.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody has this done, right? Everybody has it done, created, added to. Okay. Now we will learn how the DFU environment equivalent works here. For that, we have to change the perspective. So we click on the window menu, we go to perspective, and we go to open perspective. And then we click other. Window menu, perspective, open perspective, other. In the other, you will find database development listed as the third item from the top. Click on it and click OK. After that, you will notice that on the left-hand side, the Data Source Explorer opens up. Okay, who would like to share their screen now so that I can guide you through this next steps as to how you will connect?
Crashed. So
I mean, I can share mine again if you want to.
Okay, go ahead, Chris. Okay, cool. Now on the left-hand side, do you see database connections? On the
Hey,
left.
real quick, how did you get to the screen that's on the left side, the data solution?
Okay, so
Just real quick.
yeah, so Chris, for a second, can you click on the window menu? Can you go down to perspective? Then you go down to open perspective. Then you click on other. Yeah, click on it. And then from this list, we pick database development and clicked OK. You don't have to do that. Just okay, hit cancel now here, Chris. Do you follow that, Aiden? And
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
okay, somebody else also stepped away. Okay, Jonna, did you follow that step?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, cool. So now here on the left-hand side, right click on database connections. Okay, yeah. And hit new.
hold on, I just uncrashed. I just restarted after the crash. What was I changing the perspective to again? Open perspective, other, what was it?
And then you choose database development. And then you click OK.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
now,
this time it didn't crash. Good.
Now on the left-hand side, under Data Source Explorer, where you see database connections, right click on database connections, and then left click on the new. And you will see the screen that Chris is on right now. And everybody select DB2 for I, and where it says host on the right-hand side, delete the host and type deathstar.gdc.edu. You misspelled the death. .gtc.edu. And then tab. And then you enter your ITPA 3 digits. Then tab and enter your password. Okay, and then hit finish. Okay, everybody got it this far? Okay, now do you see on the left-hand side a Death Star with a little blue cylinder next to it? Okay, now open that. Click the arrow next to it. Okay, now right-click on schemas. Right-click on schemas, okay? And then choose filter. Everybody do that, okay? The reason I'm asking you to do this because it loads everybody's schema. You don't want to see everybody's schema. It just takes forever for it to load. That's why we are doing a filter. Now, do you see a little gray arrow, a gray scroll bar on the right-hand side? Can you scroll down? No, yeah, scroll down and uncheck disable filter. Okay, now scroll back up and click on the selection radio button. Click on the radio button that reads selection right in the middle of your screen. Do you see selection?
Oh, here.
Yeah. Okay. Now scroll down just a little bit. Okay. Now, do you see an inner window where you see CGULIB COB? Now scroll down in that list. Scroll down use the scroll bar. Otherwise, you'll be sitting here till 9 p.m. And then look for ITPA, your 3 digits. They're all alphabetically organized. So go to ITPA, and wherever you find your ID, click the checkbox.
I'm still on the part where you add a new connection. I put in my username and password, and what else do I put in here?
Okay, I'll help you just a minute, because I would
Okay.
have to then move away from here and then it'll be a different screen. Okay, click OK here, Chris. Okay, cool. Okay, you can now open schemas. Click, you always open by clicking on the arrow to the left. Just remember that. Okay. And then you open ITPA 579. Okay, and wait here. Let me help somebody else in the meanwhile. Who else was having a problem?
I was.
Okay, go ahead. And you can start sharing. Chris, you can stop sharing.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah. Now hit finish. Okay, once you hit finish.
Wait,
You forgot to change your host name. Your host name is deathstar.gtc.edu.
Oh, okay. That's what I was missing. All right.
Okay, now expand on the Death Star. No, the other one. Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Right click on schemas and choose filter. Uncheck the disable filter checkbox. Click on selection and scroll down and find your ID and check.
Is this something we'd have to do every time or something?
No, it's just a one-time deal. You only do it once. Okay, and now click OK. And then when you expand on your schemas, okay, and then expand. Oh, yep. I've asked everybody to wait here.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so I will start sharing now.
All right, thanks.
No problem. So everybody can see your schema under your schema. Okay. Now, when you are in the RDI environment, it treats your physical files as tables, and it treats your logical files as views. Okay. So if you're looking for a particular physical file object, you will open the tables folder. Click on the arrow next to the tables. And can you find the one that we just created? Users 22, right? Is it there in that list?
Yeah.
Okay. Now click on.
Not for me.
not for Jared. Jared, did you come?
Yeah, no, it's not for me either, and I did compile.
Yeah, I
It's not for
compiled.
me either.
Yeah, mine's not either.
You know what?
Yeah.
I actually lied. Mine
Mine
isn't either.
Okay, so do one thing. Let me ask one of you to share who doesn't has it there.
I can share, I guess.
Go ahead, Ethan.
All right.
Okay, before we do anything, right click on tables and refresh. Okay, open tables again.
How did you get to that table? I don't see that on mine.
That's a different problem. I can only look at one problem at a time, okay? So now go to that in the top right corner of your screen, do you see a gray server like window? Yeah, click on that. Yeah, click on that computer. Yeah, good. Okay. Now over here, hold on a second. So it was able to create this successfully. Okay, that's ITPA 589. Okay, go back to your database perspective.
What's that?
No, go back to the database explorer to click on that blue cylinder in the top right corner.
Oh, okay.
Okay. IDPA 589. It's successfully created, but you can't see it here. String. Okay, right click on your profile and refresh. Refresh. It still doesn't shows here. Okay, here's where we can test one thing in green screen. Click on the second tab. I mean, like third tab from your left. Yeah, that one. Okay, log into green screen.
I hate to interject, but I'm pretty sure what happened is on your screen when you compiled it, it says that you created like your user 22sy is your source file. For us, it's the member we created. It's not our source file.
Yeah, I also compiled my member.
Yeah, but we're like for on your screen, if you go to your commands log, it says like member something added to file users 22sy. For us, it says added to file like fa22ab2.
Oh, just one second. Let me go back.
Would you like me to stop sharing or?
No. I'm just checking something on my end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my next question to you guys is, did none of you get it or only some of you did not get it?
I can see mine.
I got mine.
I got mine.
Okay, so now let's do one more thing here. Go back to green screen and type strpdm and hit enter and choose option number 2. Okay, now under the object name, type users 22EW. Enter. Object not found. So it is not, the object never went through. Okay, do one thing. Go back to that users 22EW PF and try compiling it again. Let's see what it does. Create PF. Oh, you may have to change your perspective. My bad. Click on the Remote System Explorer perspective by clicking on that gray computer icon on the top right corner.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now compile again. It's not doing anything. That's a problem. So close your RDI.
This whole thing?
Yeah. Close the RDI. Yeah. Click OK. And then open it again. Once it closes out completely. Okay, now on the top right corner, click on that icon. Yes, the Data Explorer. And in the Data Explorer, let's right click on host and delete that. Yes. And then double click on that star. And open that star, open schemas, open tables. Yeah. Okay, now let's go back to your Remote System Explorer and open that users 22 EW. Close the tab, close the tab.
Close it?
Yep, close it and then double click on it to reopen it.
I double clicked on it.
Yeah, I think it's still doing something behind the scene. It's just like, oh, here it is. Go. Okay, cool. Now click anywhere inside the source code and try to compile it. Awesome. So you have not one, but too many errors. Okay, positional found before record. Oh, you know what? You made a mistake on the very first line. Can you click on the first line?
Yeah.
Hit F4. You forgot under name type R.
Oh.
And that's why it compiled, but it was errors. Okay, now save the changes and recompile. Oh, and there's one more mistake. Hold on a second. Go back to that first line and hit F4. There's no space after the T of text.
Okay.
Yes, now hit enter. Okay, now now compile. Oh, you have to click in the source code first and now go to compile. Okay, cool. Now it's error free. Check the commands log. Click the commands log at the bottom. Oh no. First check the commands log. Scroll down to the bottom, very bottom. Okay, now it's okay. Now see, you have the same message now. Now go to the, and now refresh the tables. Okay, cool. You got it.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so I think it was more or less something was not synced in RDI and you had errors and it was not telling you and stuff like that. So anybody who doesn't has it, try to close RDI and open it again and see if you can recompile after you open it to make sure that you don't have any errors. You can stop sharing if you want to.
Okay.
Can I share mine so you can help me fix my errors?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
I was trying to follow what you were telling him to do and I kind of messed it up more. Yeah.
I'm just reopening and closing because I didn't have any errors in mine.
Okay, so Desmond, were you trying to type there? Like
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did I tell you?
You can't.
Still, you wanted to do it.
I like breaking rules.
Not
my
all
mom.
rules. Not all rules are there to be broken. So click on line 102 and hit F4. Okay. Now notice in your source, in your prompt at the bottom, you have an extra 1 and a space. Delete that. Okay. Okay, now click under where it says field length, delete that A, and instead type 10, and then tab, and type, hit letter A on the keyboard. It automatically will select A. Okay, cool. Now hit enter.
Okay. And how about those
Okay.
2 extra lines?
Now, the extra lines that you got, to get rid of those lines, you click where it says 000101, click in the leftmost 0. And type D1 and hit enter.
D1?
D as in dog, 1.
His text is also test, not text.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for, now hit enter. Okay, repeat the same process on line 103. Enter. Okay, now go to the very first line and hit F4. Okay, now change the spelling in the functions at the bottom. It's T-E-X-T, text. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now save the changes. I told you, yeah, save the changes. Okay, and as I told you guys before, you click in the editor first. Click in the editor, anywhere in the editor. No, in the editor where you have your source code. Yeah. Click anywhere inside the editor.
Like here?
No, yeah, that's the editor. Okay. Okay. Now
sorry, man, you put me on the spot, man. I get nervous when I'm on the spot. All right.
Okay, now click the compile menu and go to compile and choose create PF.
I don't know if I did it.
And hold on a second, just give it some time. Okay, can you try again? Click anywhere in your editor, go back to compile, and click on create PF.
I did it, I promise you.
Okay, can you check your commands log for me, please? Scroll down to the bottom. Okay, switch over to your Data Explorer in the top right corner, the blue cylinders. Okay, and right click on the tables and refresh.
These?
Yeah, right click on the tables. You see tables?
Yeah.
Yeah, and refresh. Just wait, just give it some time. Okay, close your RDI and reopen your RDI. I think RDI is having some lagging issues. Close RDI.
Okay.
Only the RDI. Don't close the browser, please. Don't close the browser. Don't close the browser.
All right, guys.
Oh my God.
That's what you wanted me to close, right?
Yeah, and now open IBM Rational Developer again. Oh, I think I should not have brought you guys in RDI yet. You're not ready.
Hey.
Okay, click OK.
It's gonna load quick now because they already jumped in. So it's like, come on, quick.
Okay, now click in the editor.
Okay.
And then click compile. And compile, create PF. Oh, maybe you're in the wrong perspective. Can you click on that top right corner? Yeah, the silver, yeah, computer. Now try again. Go to compile. Compile. It's loading. Okay, now try it. But first click in the editor first, and now try it. Go to first compile, first one, first compile. No,
I
first,
compile prompt.
not the compile prompt. Yes, that one. Yes. Now,
Yeah, that's what I want.
yeah, create PF. Okay. Okay, now check the commands log. Scroll to the bottom. Okay. Can you scroll up just one line more? One more line? Scroll up one more line. Yes. Okay. Okay, it's telling you the following guy exists. Okay, now go to your database.
Here?
Yeah. And refresh your tables. So open, double click on Death Star. Enter your password again. Your caps lock is on, so make sure it's off. After you enter your password, you can then click OK. And then open the Death Star. Open the schemas, open your schemas, open the tables. And you have it there now.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, anybody else? Everybody else is caught up here?
No, I still don't have it and I don't even have errors.
Okay, Jared, did you try closing RDI on open?
Yeah, I closed it and reopened it. It's still.
Okay, go ahead. Can you share your screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, the problem is you're in the wrong perspective.
No, I wasn't the right perspective. I went back in the other perspective to see if it had re-errored, but
okay.
it wasn't doing that.
Okay, now hold on a second. It is telling you that the object already exists. Is that what it's telling you when you scroll down further?
It says it was not created due to error. But in my error list, I have no errors.
No. Go back to commands log and scroll up 2 more lines. Okay, see, it tells you the object already exists. That's why it did not created it. So switch back to the database development and then it is there.
Where?
The
Am I just blind?
No,
oh my gosh, yeah, I see it. Okay. Well, there we go. It wasn't there the first time, I swear. I know it wasn't the first time.
Okay.
I think I had it like this, and this is why I didn't see it.
Okay, possible. Quite possible. So anyway, anybody else? Everybody else has it. Okay. So I'll share my screen now. So if you open the object, you will now see it has folders, further folders under it. So if you click on columns, it will show you the columns, and each column, it tells you what is the data type and what is the size of the column. Okay. It just tells you all of that information right here. And since it's not a typical table, it would not have a lot of other information to it in terms of dependencies and other things, but it just gives for all the physical files, everything that would give for any other tables. Okay, now we can close that. This is where users could come in to look at the details of the table. Now you can right click on this table or this physical file object and go under data and click on edit. Okay, click on edit. This will open a look and feel like an Excel spreadsheet. This is where we can add data. So for example, I'm adding a name tab, some kind of a password tab. So I just keep hitting tab. It will keep highlighting the lines. Tom, tab, Tom. Chris, you're not typing.
Okay. Just type anything or type what you're typing?
Just type any username, any password. Just make sure that you're not going beyond 10 characters for username and not beyond 15 for password. So I'm typing, I typed here 3 rows. So you guys can also type 3 by hitting tabs, go to the very last one, and I'll tell you what to do when you hit the last item.
My first line didn't highlight, but my second line did. Does that?
Okay, keep typing. Hit tab, type more, tab, and you have been tabbing, right? You did not hit the enter key, correct?
Maybe. Well, no, it highlighted now, so.
Okay, okay,
Thank you.
yeah. Keep tabbing all the way till the third row, second value.
When I go and edit something, I have information on that table already, and it's
I know why you have it. I'll look at your case once I'm done with this one.
okay.
Okay, so now when you have, everybody has typed 3 users and 3 password, in the very last box is where you hit enter. And you will see that that box turns blue. And then you hit Control S on the keyboard for saving the changes. The moment you do that, it then records those as data. Okay, so now how can I know that it has actually processed this data? You can right click on users, go back to data, and now say return all rows. And it will show you the data that you entered in the bottom right corner under result.
Mine said fail.
You probably have made a mistake. That's why it failed for you. So I will look at the errors in the next cycle. So basically that'll be a little bit easier for me. So I'm gonna in my first cycle, I want to make sure the successes are there.
Okay.
So we'll start with Jack next. Jack, go ahead, share your screen. Let's see what's going on.
I don't.
Okay, here's the problem. You opened the wrong object. You opened your source physical file. You were supposed to open the users. That's what the users is right there at the bottom. Hit no. Okay. You see the users on the left-hand side? No, on the left, no, under tables. Yeah.
There we go.
That is where we are adding data. So you go to
Oh.
okay. No, not return all rows. Edit.
Yeah, I misclicked there.
Okay.
There we go.
So now type a username. Yeah, first click there, type tab, and after that tab. Yeah, type some password. And then hit tab. And type another username. And then tab and put another password. And hit enter. And now hit Control S.
Control S.
Control S. Okay. Now, once it's done, I want you to right click on the users. Hold on a second. Right click on the users. No, the users listed on the left hand side. Yeah, right click on that and say data return all rows. Okay, so the data is there. Cool. Now you can stop sharing. I'm going to let Desmond share his screen.
Okay. I read it and it says
So
success.
did you right click on the table yet? Right click on the table on the left hand side. You see users 22 DR. Yeah. Right click on that. And then go to data and return all rows. You have everything. What are you saying?
Yeah. That's what I said. It said fail.
Well,
first.
that's from
Okay.
before.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Okay, so everybody else was able to see the data when they right click. No, not Chris. Chris, you couldn't see the data.
Mine's not showing the third row for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
All right, I got it now.
You got it now. Okay. Okay, you're not seeing your third row.
Yeah.
Can you share your screen? Let's see.
Unless I'm missing something here.
Okay. Go back and hit the Jeff again. Hit the Jeff in the third row. Yeah.
This one?
And
Okay.
no, the second one. The second
one?
word.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit enter and hit Control S.
Oh, I might.
Okay, now try right clicking and return all rows. There you go. So you have it twice
Okay.
now.
Well, whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is basically the equivalent of DFU. You can stop sharing. This is the equivalent of DFU as how you can add data to a source physical file. Okay, this week's homework assignment is slightly different. We did not get to go to the logical files today, and I doubt it. We don't have enough time to go to the logical files. So this week's homework assignment is a little bit different. So what I'm asking you to do is reproduce an example from the book, but in RDI. So if you go to page 331, which is figure 8.1, go to page 331, figure 8.1. I'm asking you to reproduce this physical file using RDI. So don't do this in green screen, just as a practice. You could use the source physical file we created in the past, or you could use the source physical file we created today, doesn't matter. Fall 22 initials, 1 or 2, doesn't matter which one of the two you used. But the idea is to familiarize yourself to having to create members in the RDI and just compile it. Don't even need to add data to it. Just be able to compile it successfully. So that's why if you look at this week's assignment on the Blackboard, it is pretty much telling you create a physical file in the book on the so-and-so location, but using RDI. Compile the source code and submit the screenshot of the source. Okay, you don't have to add any data to it. I know I already said it twice because somebody will still ask me in 2 minutes, can I add data?
I add data to it.
I am not requiring that. Now, this week's quiz is actually based on last week's content. So it is on ASAP, KSAP stuff. And so we did not really get to the logical files. So I will rather move this out. So that, you can only look into what we went through today. So IBM Rational Developer playlist, and that playlist actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 items in it. So there are different items related to Rational Developer. Working with RAD Word document. Now that's a Word document. In that Word document, I'm pretty much simply sharing with you how you can open RAD. Well, you already know we don't used to have it on the desktop before. That's why the first step is old. But now the second step shows you what you do in case if you forgot, okay, that you click OK on this launcher, and then how you can change perspective if you need to change perspective. And it just simply takes you through the process of how you connect. You wouldn't have to do any of this stuff on your own because it's only needed to be done once. You only need to connect once. Whatever we did today. Okay, so you guys have 2 things to do during the week. One is to do the quiz and the other one is to do the assignment. Does anybody has any questions? So everybody understood what needs to be done? Okay, okay. So next week, we will start working with logical files. So let me actually remove that from this week in the list of items that we went to. Okay, so we basically covered only this today. Okay, guys, so have fun playing around with RDI, and I'll see you guys next week, and then we can go dive into the logical files.
Peace out.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Have a happy
Good
Halloween.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.